Alrighty, hey everyone. I watched yesterday's VOD, and I had the music and the audio in general too low on the desktop. So I fixed that. Today it should be a little bit better. If you guys can't read or haven't read the description, we are going to be playing more of the Mermaid Mask. I started yesterday. We got to the start of chapter 1, I think is what it was. Maybe it was the end of chapter 1. Anyways, we got to the point. We found the cauldron. We found the crime scene. We've spoken to 2 suspects / witnesses. We've spoken to Tadpole and we've spoken to Grips. So, if you're not at that point in the game, or you haven't watched yesterday's VOD, I recommend you click away, watch that, or at least catch up yourself if you're playing as well. But otherwise, let's get into this. It's been a lot of fun so far. I'm really enjoying it. 18% of the game. So yeah, I streamed for an hour and a half yesterday. So if we do the math, that's about a fifth of the game. So 5 times hour and a half. This game will be about 8 hours then. So expect probably 3 more streams. I'm gonna try and do a double stream today, basically, of this game, because it is the weekend and I have a bunch of free time. Yeah, this little freak here is Godric Grip. This is Magnus Mortuga. He's the guy who actually died. And then that is Tadpole. And then just to check one more time, I'm going to get a peek at this audio one more time. Alright, I think we finished with this room. This is our little map. There's our little guys. We went here. We couldn't see anything, so we need a flashlight or something. Oh, is that like a where to go next thing? We'll skip that. We'll just do whatever we feels right now. I'm like a bottom up kind of person. I want to go start at the bottom and then we'll move up from there. Okay, I think this is gonna be, was it Mariana Moon? She was the one who went on a tour yesterday with Grips. And was in the barge whenever they heard shouting above them between 1 to 2 women.
A pinboard?
I assume it belongs to that woman over there.
Right. We'd better talk to her first.
Can't believe they're putting me on rails already.
Ah, weary travelers. Take a seat by the fire, shake out your boots.
We're not weary travelers.
Then why do you both look so haggard and trail-worn?
Ouch. There goes my self-esteem for the rest of the day.
We're detectives. I'm Grimoire, and this is Sally. We're here investigating the murder of Magnus Mortuga, your previous captain.
My captain? Oh, never. My captain is the moonlight as it shimmers across the lake. My captain is the wind as it whispers through the valley.
Who is this woman?
No idea. I kind of like her, though.
My name is Moon. Mariana Moon.
Aha. And what do you do?
I do not do. I simply am.
Hippie bullshit. I like her look, though. She's got a nice drip. Not as good of drip as Tadpole, obviously. Or even Godric Grip, I would argue. But she's pretty good.
So,
Start with
you're
yourself.
Just some random traveler?
A traveler, yes. But random, never. I'm here because I chose to be. I've been searching for the Mortuga submarine for some time, you know.
How come?
How come? This thing is the motherlode.
The motherlode of what?
Of whispered half-truth, of murky rumor, of stories unspoken.
Oh, like urban myths and stuff?
Right. Urban myths and stuff.
So you're a historian?
Historian, storyteller, rambler, ambler, fireside gambler.
How long have you been here?
Well, let's see. I arrived a few hours before the captain was murdered.
Oh, dang. Really?
Quite the story, isn't it?
But you're just on the submarine because you find it interesting.
Would that be such a crime?
No. Murder's a crime, though, pretty sure.
Pretty sure. I will say, if I giggle at really stupid stuff, it's because I am very easily entertained by a good voice actor doing it just a couple silly rhymes. I don't know why Fireside Gambler got me. It shouldn't have, but I thought it was funny.
A merciless wind rattles the rotting wood of the old silkworm harbour, the shadow of a vessel lurking low in the night-black water. A mysterious stranger steps onto her foredeck. Cloaked in darkness, she slips inside the submarine. Who is she? What is her dark purpose?
It's you. We get it.
A mysterious stranger, I said. She descends into an ornate parlour, empty, save for a lone figure standing by the fire.
So, not empty.
He turns, his face still half hidden in flickering shadow. It is Captain Magnus Mortuga.
What was he like?
Nice guy. Stoic, but polite. Kind. He tells me to wait in the control room and then disappears off towards the back of the ship. After a little while, he comes back. But now, he's a slightly different man.
What do you mean?
The light is gone from his eyes. He seems sad, angry. He avoids my gaze as he crosses the room to take hold of the wheel. He tells me to head down the ladder towards the mess hall. Doing so, I encounter two gentlemen named Mr. Werman and Mr. Grip. Neither of them look like sailors, so I know they can't be crew. I assume they must be guests like me. And true enough, it transpires that Mr. Werman is a writer and Mr. Grip is, some kind of watch repairman. Captain Mortuga reappears, descending the ladder. He asks the two men to show me around the submarine and introduce me to the others. Then he disappears through the rear corridor. It's the last time I see him alive. Mr. Werman apologizes, explains he's too tired, and leaves through the opposite corridor. Mr. Grip, unable to come up with such an excuse, agrees to show me around. Now, I wrote this down in my diary, so I may as well let you read it.
Oh, okay. Sure.
Imagine my excitement to finally get a good look around the Mortuga submarine. I was even given a tour by one of Mortuga's subordinates, a Mr. Godric Grip.
This is cute, but I don't know the map this well at this point. Yeah, they're in the mess hall. Down further is Tadpole and Godric, and then this is where we are right now is the engine room. So, got it. Okay.
We began by visiting a bizarre laboratory known as the Dream Chamber. It smelled of dried herbs and dusty glass, but was devoid of its dream custodian. In early disappointment, the captain's cabin was locked. Mr. Grip explained how Captain Mortuga mostly keeps this room locked when it's not in use. We climbed down into the living quarters, where a pair of bunk rooms sat at the end of a corridor. The first smelled of crane dust and unwatered flowers. A young woman was laying in her bed, poring over an old document.
That's Seymour.
She hastily hid the document away and introduced herself
Seafoam.
as Miss
Seymour.
Cynthia
What?
Seafoam, a name to remember,
have a-
dear reader, as she will shortly become quite important.
A little tangent. I have a little coin purse from Japan that we called Penguin Seymour. And maybe that's what I was thinking. I was thinking Penguin, Mr. Penguin Seymour. But Seafoam makes a lot more sense.
The second bunk room smelled of aftershave and desperation. The two men within, Mr. James Werman and Mr. Dirk Dansom, both appeared to be asleep, so we decided not to intrude.
First time we're hearing about Dansom.
Next on the tour, a room inhabited, by the looks of things, by a young child who is also a stage magician. Sadly, this mythical child magician is nowhere to be seen.
We've been to the child's room, haven't seen her either.
The room at the very end of the hallway was sealed with a heavy bulkhead door. Mr. Grip dismissed it as a storeroom that only Captain Mortuga makes use of. Perhaps you'll agree with me, dear reader, when I suggest the peculiarity of a simple storeroom being sealed off with such a significant door. Mr.
Fair
Griff
enough.
took me down to the cargo hold. It smells of damp wood and tarred rope. Yes, I describe it in the present tense, for it is here I sit as I write this very diary.
Imagine being the guest on a submarine and they're like, all right, control room for you, or the cargo hold for you.
Next door, the engine room, burnished bronze and tea-stained parchment. I learned that it's something of a nest for Mr. Grip himself, and thus was currently unoccupied. Outside, I encountered a Dr. Zacharias Zephyr, the aforementioned keeper of the dream chamber. Surprised to see us, he nearly dropped the empty glass bottle he was carrying.
Got it. Okay, so they started the tour here. They went down to the left. These guys were sleeping. The magician girl was missing. Seafoam was doing document stuff over here. The murder happened over here. And Zephyr here. And they end in the barge where they hear the yelling. Got it.
Clearly wishing to remove himself from the situation, the good doctor muttered something inaudible and disappeared up the ladder. We continued on into the next room, which I was amused to discover was some kind of shimmering mermaid grotto. I smelled her before I saw her, the unmistakable mix of salt, seaweed, and sequined spandex. It can only be Madame Tadpole, a name which may be familiar to long-time readers of this diary.
Bro, what are you writing?
Tadpole and I caught up, while Mr. Grip skulked in the doorway, clearly hoping this would mark the end of the tour, but it did not, dear reader. It did not.
Right, so, yes, I can see there's one more room to visit. Mr. Grip insists it's just the bilge, a dark, dank and smelly place, ill-frequented by humankind. I tell him he couldn't have sold it to me better if he'd tried.
One second. Sorry, I just realized I didn't have chat open, like, at all. So
We enter the bilge, but it's too dark to see anything. Mr. Grip, who is clearly tiring of my company by this point, opens the vent in the ceiling to let in a little light. Moments later, a voice is heard, echoing down from above.
Whose voice?
A young woman, and then an older woman. I can't remember exactly what was said, but I remember thinking it sounded a little like poetry.
What happened next?
The sound of a scream, and then a dull thud.
Oh. Yeah, that sounds like a murder.
But a witch murder.
Anyway, by this point I've used up all my patience, so I decide to take my leave. I thank Mr. Grip for the tour and return to my new lodgings in the cargo hold. I have to put up my tent twice, as on the first attempt a sudden movement of the submarine undoes my progress. After some time, Mr. Grip and the young Miss Seafoam appear in my doorway. It seems they've come to fetch me for some kind of official submarine business. We head back towards the mess hall, Mr. Grip and Miss Seafoam heading up the ladder before me. I spot Dr. Zephyr emerging from the airlock. He has a glass bottle in one hand and what looks like an old leather bag in the other. I update him with what little information I have and attempt to catch up with the others. Laying on the floor is the body of Captain Magnus Mortuga. Amongst the living, mutterings are breaking out. Murder and mutiny, cauldrons and curses. But with Zephyr finally in attendance, Tadpole calls for order, demanding justice for her slain captain. But nobody really seems to know what to say. The next morning, it's announced that Miss Seafoam has taken over as captain. And, well, here we are.
Interesting. Okay, so we're gonna still talk to her, but just to remind folks, does it not tell me? Is this a proximity thing? I'm so confused by that still. I need to look more into it. Does it tell me the night of the murder stuff? No, it doesn't. Okay. So if I remember correctly, Madame Tadpole told us that she had visited the upper deck on the aft part of the ship after, or before or it was immediately after the ship tilted, which is what Zephyr must have been doing with that leather bag, because the leather bag is what she found on the aft side of the ship. So Zephyr's definitely the most interesting one right now to talk to next. We're still just going to talk to whoever we run into, but something to note is that it's the same bag. Alright, yeah.
It's a pinboard.
Oh wait, I wanted to continue finishing talking to her. Ask about Grip.
So, Mariana, what do you make of him? Godric, I mean.
I will say, for someone with such a novel outfit, he's ever so quiet.
Quiet?
You disagree?
I thought his whole thing was to be deliberately obnoxious.
He wasn't like that with you?
Not at all. Whilst showing me around the submarine, he was mostly subdued. Didn't say an awful lot.
Maybe you make him nervous.
Maybe you make him nervous.
I was gonna say I agree with Moon. I think it's more likely that Godric doesn't want to talk to us, or doesn't not want to talk to us, but he's trying to talk over us kind of thing. I feel weird asking about Magnus. I don't know. I always, especially this character, it's weird asking her about any of these characters because she hasn't spoken to any of them all that much. I think the only person she's spoken to really is also Tadpole, and she mentioned something about her diary with her.
I first met Tadpole when she was on the road, travelling with a group of performers. She had longer hair back then, of course.
Did you see her perform?
I got to see a rehearsal, but that was it. After that, I joined their camp for the night. Tadpole and I shared some stories, you know. I told her how I'd just been on a research trip to a town on the coast called Silkworm-on-Sea. She told me how their group went around performing in local theatres and town halls and whatnot. I mentioned that Silkworm actually had a little theatre that might be a good fit.
How come you didn't stay with them longer?
Their leader was a real bad apple. I was rather keen to be shot of him.
Interesting. Okay. Huh. I like this, oh god, I don't know my instruments. Is it a piccolo? I think it's a piccolo.
It's a pinboard.
Okay. I'm guessing this is where, what part of the night was this? Because we know these two were here. Seafoam was here. Symmetry's position was unknown. She's here. He's up here if he's in his laboratory. Magnus's room is there. I don't know where you... Okay, I'll have to look later.
I'll do this later.
I think there's something I'm missing. Because I don't even know where our little guys go on that chart.
It's a big traveler's backpack. It smells like soil and grass.
When you're done smelling it, there's something in the pouch I think we should take a look at.
Grass. I like the smell of grass a lot. A square of parchment found in the cargo hold. It's been folded up and tied with string. It is called a silkworm map. Alright. Top left is Governor's Manor, Fortuna Hall, the Stone Top Inn. In between there is the Silkworm-on-Sea, like, road it looks like. Then there at the bottom is the Seafoam Harbor and the South Sea. And then top right is Town Hall, Silkworm Spectator, Mr. Grip's Emporium, Drummond Shipyard, and the Lighthouse. Oh, and then there's a back. And this is like a people map, like how people are related. So it's cut off, but it shows like Solomon Stonetop, Innkeeper, Selena, Faustus, Fortuna. I don't know if that's supposed to be romantic relations or the Fortuna Feeder has a daughter, Flint and Felix. Damien Dusk has a kid named James. The innkeeper Felicia has a something, and Magnus is just labeled as an innkeeper on the side / sailor. So, sorry, I'm trying to kind of narrate what the papers look like and stuff so people don't have to necessarily look over all the time. Let's see.
It's a pizza oven.
Oh!
No, it's
Oh.
a furnace for heating the submarine.
Right. But you could put a pizza in there.
And you should. Though, it looks like it's made of metal. And the best pizza ovens are actually ones made of stone or brick or clay. So, I don't know. I wanted to ask you, ma'am, about... I'm gonna ask her about the moon
Do you
vial.
recognize this, Mariana?
Should I?
Well, we just figured since there's a moon drawn on the label.
So because my name is Moon, all moon-related things must belong to me?
Yes.
Even if it's not yours, do you have any idea what it is?
It's a herbal compound of some kind. Valerian, skullcap, chamomile, and seawater.
So, not poison.
Maybe it's medicine. Would those herbs do anything in particular?
I suppose it could be a sleep aid, like a mild sedative.
Interesting.
Oh, okay. So the first people that were up there, the young woman and the other woman, the older woman who were arguing, the younger woman, one of them took the sleeping aid and passed out, and that was at a first thud. But then they woke up later, and then something happened. What else might she know about? She had this in her bag. I think we can ask her. I don't see a reason not to.
I see you've been enjoying my map.
It's barely a map. It's closer to a list.
What about the family tree on the back?
Most of my research into silkworm has been focused on these two family lines, the Fellows and the Stonetops.
Seems like you haven't worked out how Mortuga fits into it. His name is just floating out there by itself.
I'm not sure if he does fit into it, to be honest.
Mariana, you've got a question mark there. Someone you don't know the name of.
Ah, yes. Quite the mystery, you see. I'd heard about...
We know her name. It's Freya. You're welcome.
Wait, do we actually know that? Who's Freya? I hope I didn't accidentally super do that out of order. We'll go back up here and see if anyone's in here. No, okay. I'm gonna check the child's room and see if anyone's in here just to be safe. No, okay. I doubt anyone's hanging out in the murder mystery room. This is the bunk room. Two bros chilling in a bunk room. 5 feet apart because they're not gay.
Is that a tuxedo?
You never know when you might have to go to a fancy party.
What's this in the front pocket?
It's a cell phone. That's locked.
What do you mean it's locked? How can a phone be locked?
What do you mean, how can a phone be locked? What is this? Okay, I do understand what I'm supposed to do for the puzzle, but you can't sit there and be like, a locked phone, and then show me this. What on earth? Okay. This one has to go here. And then... there's no bottom line. So it has to go like... that, I think? Yeah. Or maybe... yeah, okay. I don't think I need to use all the pieces, do I? We'll find out in a second. That looks right. Oh, there's tiles on the left. I'm so stupid. I was like, how do you even make this one on the left? Then we need that line. Is there one that's a partial diagonal? Like that, I guess. That looks correct, though not this one. Right? More like that one. That's correct. That's becoming correct. And then we need, I still don't know where that partial diagonal is. That like mini one? Ah, it's like that. Okay. That one's correct then. I think that's set in stone. This one just needs a little down. So like that. All right, done, done, done. Then we need a like that and like that. That look right, everyone? The game's not gonna say I'm wrong like that one time when I was absolutely right. I'm so sure of it still.
That's the one.
Good job.
I like that this game didn't do what other games would have done, which I guess this is just a personal preference thing. I like how I didn't grab the phone and then it was like, you don't have the passcode. You're gonna need to come back later. It's nice the phone was an actual puzzle. I could pick it up and solve it. Like a... What's the word for it? It's like those escape rooms where they have the individual modules and it's meant to be worked on by multiple people without necessarily always collaborating information. It was nice that that was an independent puzzle piece. And I like that there's so many that are like that, where it's independent stuff.
It's unlocked.
So now we can look at it?
A cell phone with a lid that flips open. It was found in the pocket of a tuxedo in the bunk room. It says M&M. It turns on, but there's no signal and the battery could do with charging. Welcome, Dirk. Outgoing phone calls. 202, it's the same number twice. He called the name twice. And that number is a 202-555. Oh, it's his lawyer. Right? Oh, no. Oh, it's not in his contacts. 202-178 is the end. Interesting. Okay, so he's calling someone. From Big Reel Studios. The offer's still on the table. $500,000 with no multi-picture deal. Sci-fi, lasers, explosions. It's gonna be big. Call me. Steve. Hi, Dirk. My name is Jimmy. I am a big fan. I have a lot of ideas for movies you could do, and you can use them for free, but please put me in the credits. Okay, thanks. Okay, please write back. If anyone's ever watched a Red Letter Media video, that's what half of the videos are. I love them. But they'll come up with some, like, actually kind of good movie concept, and then they'll be like, yeah, so, like, Universal, if you ever want to take the idea, like, it's for free. Just write us back. From Julie. Hey, Nansen, where did you run off to? They said you went on a work trip? What the fuck? Thanks for inviting me. Sorry, WTF. I don't know if I can say the proper F. Steve admitted he'd emailed you again. This is a reminder that you are not free to take his offer. All in good time. And that's from Marcia Mims. Steve is the Big Reel Studios guy. Okay. So it's that movie offer from the first email. These are messages to Von Depier. He's still struggling. He keeps writing the first chapter over and over. I'll let you know if there's any progress. -D. Remember, we need several new characters, lots of action, and tell him to go big with the drama, romance, and sword fights. VDP. He is writing something, but I don't think it's going very well. He seems easily distracted. He's still struggling. He keeps writing the first chapter over and over. Oh, that's the first email. Whoops. That's referring to, I'm guessing, his roommate buddy here. I got an achievement for being a snoop.
It's some kind of doll.
Sally, no. It's a collectible action figure.
Same thing.
It's a doll. Hex of the Helmsman. Oh, this is that book she was reading. Oh, it's W and W. I thought that was M and M. Okay. Marcus Mordoom. Belicia Bonetop. And then the right one's Devil of the Deep. Devil of the Deep was in that draft poster that they had at the Illusion Theater. It was like this figure in the mirror of the blonde girl, who I think is Symmetry is his name. Is her name, not his. Hex the Helmsman, Marcus Mordoom. A man cursed by the sea. He sees it in his nightmares. He sees it when he shuts his eyes. He cannot escape from it. But what or who is it? Renowned helmsman Marcus Mordoom is a man on a singular mission. He won't rest until he discovers the truth of what's really hidden beneath the stormy seas. Series 1. Belicia Bonetop. The enigmatic sea captain. Includes ship's compass and treasure map. Marcus Mordoom, the tormented helmsman. Includes anchor sword and ship's wheel shield. Devil of the Deep. The mysterious entity from beneath the waves. Includes Reaper Scythe. Series 2 coming soon. Look out for Hex of the Helmsman 2. Only in theaters. So, this guy, now that my memory is refreshing, is the guy who wrote That Property, which is the book that Sally was reading when we were in the ghost town of Silkworm. Got it. We'll start with him then. I'm kind of interested.
Sir, if you have a minute, I'm Detective Grimoire, and this is Sal—
Two detectives, one short, one tall. Tried and true.
Hey, I'm really not that much shorter than Grip.
But which of you is the funny one?
I'd say it goes back and forth.
You still haven't told us who you are.
The name's Werman. J.D. Werman.
He's an author.
Author, journalist, let's see, what else? Famous, successful, some kind of genius, even. Oh, sure, that's why I got myself trapped in the murderous submarine.
I know who you are, Mr. Werman. I've read your book.
Oh, joy, your fans. Of all the places.
I never said I liked the book. Maybe I hated it.
There's no way you hated it. The arcs are too tight. Each chapter leads to the next, beginning, middle, end, and bang, not a line wasted.
Damn, he's right.
What a type of confidence to have, being like, my writing's too fucking good.
So, Mr. Werman, you're a famous author.
That's what they tell me.
How did you end up on the submarine?
I came of my own volition.
Why?
I wanted somewhere quiet to work on my next novel. Minimal distractions. Not saying it's worked, but,
You're writing a sequel?
Trying to. Trying to.
Hang on. A sequel to what?
Grimoire, are you not paying attention?
She makes a good point. It is specifically the Hex of Helmsman. Helmsman. This one.
There she is. Benefactor and burden both.
Sally, how did you know to bring the book with you?
Because Mr. Werman's local to the area. It says so right here. Hailing from a small fishing town named Silkworm on Sea, J.D. Werman moved to the big city to write his first novel.
My publisher wrote that. It's quite true, but she made it sound so saccharine.
So you're from the town, you moved away, and then you came back.
Now, see, you've gone too far in the other direction. That's too utilitarian.
I get going back to your hometown for peace and quiet, but then to end up on the submarine.
How did you even find out about it? Did you already know Mortuga?
Oh, I knew of him. He's a figure of some infamy, submarine included. In fact, it was good to finally put a face to the name after all those years.
So, how'd you like living on the Mortuga submarine?
I will say, as a writer, it's a boon to be aboard this thing. And the whole place is dripping with human narrative, stories practically leaking out of the walls. It's also a lot noisier than I thought it'd be. I couldn't have guessed Mortuga would basically be running a bed and breakfast down here.
It was already busy when you arrived?
Mm-hmm. Before the arrival of Mariana Moon, Dirk and I were the last two to join the gang.
It's kind of surprising there was still a bunk room free at that point.
Well, I wouldn't look a gift horse in the mouth.
Wait, sorry to pause. There was a bunk room available, and everyone else who boarded the submarine before these guys picked not the cargo hold, but the airlock where like you go into the water, and then the other one chose to live in what I believe is the engine room. What? Those two are weirdos. Okay, got it. That paints an even clearer picture.
What's it like sharing a room with Dirk?
Oh, we get on like a house on fire, 2 peas in a pod, that's us.
And what about everyone else?
It's a fascinating little microcosm, utterly discordant and yet somehow harmonious. At least that's how it felt before the captain was murdered. Night rolls around and I can't sleep, as usual. I say night, I'm referring to the indistinctive block of time we on the submarine have agreed to collectively refer to as night. Anyway, I'm wide awake, so I stay up to get some writing done. I don't want to deprive Dirk of his beauty sleep, so I took my typewriter out into the mess hall.
Was anyone else in there?
Godric came up a few minutes later, brought some kind of busy work with him. So there we were, whiling away until I look up and see this woman, Mariana Moon, apparently. Good name. Probably fake, but good. She got straight to work trying to extract my entire life story, but then Mortuga shows up and we all go quiet. The guy looked miserable, and he passed straight through the room like a ghost. But before he leaves, he asks us to show Mariana around the submarine. I really didn't have the energy, so I made an excuse and left. I slept for barely an hour before a big jerk wakes me up. I'm not talking about Dirk. I mean, the submarine, it moved, tilted. Anyway, I tried to get back to sleep, but no. Now there's a scream. Dirk and I follow the sound all the way down the corridor. Symmetry's frozen in place in the doorway at the end. And behind her, Mortuga, dead, laying in front of some ancient stone cauldron. The lid of the thing flung open, like something had just burst out of it. The whole scene was otherworldly, like a painting. Then Madame Tadpole arrived, with just about everyone else trailing behind her.
Tadpole brought everyone with her, so she already knew about the murder.
From what I gather, she discovered the body and then left to go get everybody else. And you know, I really didn't want to get in her way, so I returned to my room to await further instruction.
Did you go back to sleep?
No, I couldn't. I went back to work. Figured I'd be better off keeping busy, you know.
So, now that we've confirmed that it's an older and a younger woman who are having an argument before there was a loud thud, and the only person who can open the door to that storeroom is Tadpole. I think the two people who were arguing up there was Symmetry, the girl we haven't met. Obviously, we'll see later depending on her alibi. I think it was her and Tadpole arguing in there. And then the loud thud would have maybe been Symmetry getting knocked out, but I'm not sure. Symmetry's such an interesting name also. I think her whole thing was that she had like I think she had a twin. I genuinely do think there has to be a twin thing going on here. Because that was her whole act, was she could talked to like a reflection basically, but the reflection behaved differently than her, and I don't think she's actually an illusionist. I think she's just a really good stage performer. That's my theory so far though. That's what we know. In my mind, that's what we concretely know, unless there's another older woman that we're about to meet that I am unaware of. Let's ask Worman about Tadpole.
Madam Tadpole. Simultaneously the most laid-back and most terrifying individual I've ever met.
Terrifying?
You don't feel it? To me, she gives off this indisputable, I will destroy you if I see fit to do so kind of energy.
Maybe if you get on her bad side.
Oh, I wouldn't dare. She'd crush me like a twig.
She does look pretty tough.
Who would you say is stronger, Madame Tadpole or Dirk Dansum?
Dirk's in good shape, but a lot of it's just for show. He's just gotta look good for camera. Meanwhile, swimming works out every muscle group. Did you know that? I didn't. Every muscle group.
I don't think Tadpole's about to fight anyone. She's so chilled out.
For now. I worry about what'll happen when, if, you two name a culprit.
You think she might, retaliate?
If she does, I'm not gonna be the one to stand in her way.
Fair enough. Actually, that swimming thing's funny because I recently been trying to do swimming, but I am a coward when it comes to getting in the water in front of people, so. I would love to be in as good a shape as Tadpole, but I don't think that's in my future anytime soon.
You met Godric? What did you think? Personally, I like him.
I found him a little irritating, the way he kept waving that cane around.
He gave you the old welcome to Mr. Grip's Emporium treatment, eh? That's just what he's like at first. He'll settle down.
Why does he do it?
So, I have two theories on this. One, he's an introvert who falls back on his rehearsed persona when he gets nervous.
Like when meeting someone for the first time.
Right, exactly.
What's your other theory?
He assumes people will find the real him boring, not worth knowing.
I don't think your two theories are mutually exclusive. They might both be right.
So, what is the real Grip like, once you get to know him?
I don't know. He's kind of like one of those savants, you know, kind of odd, but seriously gifted. In his case with cartography, I guess? Navigation.
Interesting. I think I discredited Godric. I think he's actually way more interesting than I was anticipating. Mariana Moon.
Moon's your lead suspect, I presume.
Nope.
No? Why would she be?
Well, the timeline. She shows up, and bang, Mortuga murdered.
Maybe it's just a coincidence.
I'm just saying, nobody even knows why she's here.
I'm not sure we know why you're here.
I already told you, didn't I? Genuinely, I can't remember.
The only exception to my story is if Mariana and Grip are both lying, which, as far as I can tell, Mariana doesn't have a reason to be lying. She's weird, but I don't think she's lying. And then Grip, I think similarly, I don't know why he would lie in this case. I don't know if he dislikes Magnus or if he had some other motive, but I still don't think that's the case. I think it's an argument broke out between Tadpole and Symmetry. All right, let's talk to Dirkman, and then we'll probably, or Dirkman. I think his name is Dirk Dansum. But anyways, we're gonna talk to him, and I think I'm gonna call it for now, and then we'll come back later tonight.
Hey, what's up? How's it going?
It's going good, I think.
Awesome, yeah. I'm Dirk, by the way. Who are you guys?
I'm Grimoire, and this is Sally.
Oh, cool. So you're the detectives?
Yeah, we're here to investigate the murder of Magnus Mortuga.
Oh, yeah, it's a major bummer, honestly. He was a pretty stand-up guy. I mean, you know, sure, kind of an oddball, but like in a good way, you know? I mean, he was
Dirk, you didn't tell us your surname.
Oh, right. Sorry. Dirk Dansum, actor. So, yeah, anyway, hi, and what can I do for you folks?
He's adorable. Can we keep him?
No, You'd forget to feed him.
I would, yeah.
Dude, I talk a lot like Dirk. Oh no, he's so weirdly awkward. He's so charming. But he's just like me in a way.
So, Dirk, you're an actor. What kind?
Oh, well, so for ages, I just did commercials. And then about a year ago, I finally got cast in a movie.
Nice. Anything I've seen?
Well, it's called Hex of the Helmsman. I played the helmsman.
Marcus More Doom?
Oh, you've seen it?
No, but I read the book.
Oh man, the book is gnarly. I mean, I'm not usually one for reading, but I actually finished it. Yeah, the whole thing.
Congrats.
The author's a stand-up dude, too.
J.D. Worman. You know him?
Well, yeah, he's sitting right over there. You should go talk to him. Super friendly, loves meeting new people.
I bet.
Was your movie a success, Dirk?
Yeah, man, it's making megabucks.
Are you going to make a sequel?
Well, they want to move on that ASAP, but, we're not ready to start filming yet.
And what? You're taking your vacation on a submarine while you wait?
No, I'm just tagging along here with Worman. Yeah, he wanted to take a trip out here, and I figure, the more the merrier.
I'm wondering if Dirk got sent out here to basically keep an eye on Worman and make sure he finishes the book. It's like a Tolkien situation. Is it Tolkien? No. It's the Game of Thrones guy, George R. R. Martin. It's that kind of situation. They probably should have given that guy a babysitter. Game of Thrones would have probably came out a lot better.
What do you make of the Mortuga submarine?
Man, this place is wild. It's like something out of a weird old book. Nobody back home is gonna believe any of it.
How do you like living here?
Honestly, mixed bag. So I love meeting all the weirdos that ended up down here. All kinds of people I'd normally never rub shoulders with, But man, is it dark. I mean, there's no sun, no day, no night. You barely even feel the time passing. Listen, if you're not careful, it'll get you. No, for real.
You seem to be holding out.
Ha, well, thanks. So far so good.
How long has it been?
Worman and I arrived a couple of weeks ago. We're the most recent arrivals, aside from Mariana.
It's lucky they still had this room free. You ended up with pretty nice living quarters.
I guess. I never really thought about it.
Dirk, you're basically just a passenger, am I right? You don't have a job here on the submarine?
Well, I set myself personal goals.
Like what?
Like, I was trying to find out everyone's birthday. I got Cynthia's, Grip's, Tadpole's. Oh man, that one took some doing. Yeah, she does not like to share personal info, let me tell you. Mortuga, though? Brick wall, dude. He would not give me the goods.
It's 'cause he was never born. He's undead. Ooh. I bet he is, if they're doing, like, the parallels thing, I'm guessing he's some kind of, like, cursed helmsman, kind of like the actual book Heck of the Helmsman. In which case, he has no birthday. His birthday's a really long time ago. Maybe. I don't know.
I got woken up when the submarine did a weird kind of movement, like a sudden tilt. It woke Worman up, too. So yeah, we were both sitting there, awake, not sure what's going on. At some point, I got curious what time it was, so I looked at my watch. But, as I was looking at it, it freaked out. Or the hands moving all over. Like they were trying to point in all directions at once, if that makes any sense. Anyway, I didn't have any more time to think about it since then we heard the scream. Yeah, Worman and I left our room, went through the mess hall and towards the storeroom at the end. It was unlocked. Sim was standing in the doorway. Mortuga was on the floor, totally dead. I tried to help Sim, pull her away. Worman, though, he just stood there, staring. Like, didn't look away once. It was like he was trying to commit it to memory or something. Although, I don't think he noticed the person outside.
Sorry, what?
Outside the submarine. Yeah, I saw someone swim down past the window. I couldn't tell who it was, though.
Okay. What did you do next?
I wasn't sure what to do, to be honest. Luckily, Tadpole showed up a short while later, and she kind of took charge. Grip and Cynthia showed up next, then Mariana, then Zephyr. Tadpole wanted to know what had happened, but nobody had any answers for her. It was bad vibes all around. Sim and Cynthia left first, then Worman, then me and Mariana. We left around the same time. So, yeah, I went back to my room. Worman was there already. He'd gone straight back to work. And, that's all I got. Can I stop talking now?
So, Tadpole does have an alibi for that last part of the night. She did swim down and find a leather mask, I believe, which she left in her room and got stolen again. So if we find the leather mask, that's something we should definitely ask a lot of questions about to probably Tadpole and probably Zephyr, who we haven't spoken to yet. Ask him about Tadpole.
Oh, she's awesome. Got all kinds of stories. It takes some work to get them out of her, but it's totally worth it. Like, get this. I found out she used to be a rescue diver, but they banned her for being too good.
Bro, what?
I don't know. She'd go too deep, stay under too long, break all the guidelines,
Huh.
I gotta say, no disrespect to Cynthia, but I'm disappointed Tadpole didn't become the new captain.
What, did Tadpole say she wanted to be captain?
No, I just think she'd be really good at it. I mean, she's smart, brave, plus she knows all about the ocean. I mean, come on.
I guess she's definitely brave. I don't know about smart.
Worman's my good buddy. Yeah, he's like the cranky older brother I never had.
How did you become friends?
Oh, it was mandated by the film studio.
What?
Well, I played the lead in the movie version of Worman's book, so the studio figured we needed to be friends.
And now he's writing his next book, a sequel.
Yeah, dude, Hex of the Helmsman 2, The Revenge Unleashed. Or whatever, I don't think he actually has a title for it yet, or a story outline, or actually anything. I kind of feel bad for him, honestly. It's a lot of pressure,
Dirk, your work and Worman's work, they're kind of intertwined, aren't they?
How do you mean?
You can't make your next movie until Worman's written his next book.
Oh, sure. I mean, that's true, I guess.
Interesting.
That just occurred to him for the first time.
Do you know why Grip's running a shop down in the engine room?
I don't know, he's just doing what he's good at.
Which is what?
Fixing compasses and stuff.
It's kind of a niche skill set.
You say that, but I heard he ran a pretty successful business back in the town.
Yeah, we saw it on our way here. It's boarded up now, like everything else.
Dirk, did he ever mention why he closed it down?
From what I gather, it was making him money, but it wasn't making him happy. He wanted to put all those navigation skills to use and actually head out on an adventure.
He's right about that. That's what Grip told us, at least. Mariana.
Mariana? Huh, man, she's really living out the escapist fantasy. I gotta say, I'm impressed.
Why do I even say these characters' names to Dirk? Dirk just immediately goes, X. Yeah, I know about X, and then just describes him. I'm wasting my time. I'm wasting my breath. He can just do the whole stream now.
That's if you believe what she says. I think she might be making some of it up.
Hey, it's funny you say that. I did notice something the other day.
Oh?
Well, she's supposed to be all, like, old-timey and stuff, right? But she was really curious about my cell phone.
Curious how?
Well, she was asking what make it was, what model number, like really specific stuff.
Huh.
How dare a woman be curious? Yeah, we're asking about the cell phone.
This is yours, Dirk?
We literally found it in the pocket of your tuxedo.
How'd you know for sure it's my tuxedo?
Dirk, show me one other living soul on this submarine that could even conceivably own a tuxedo.
No questions. No further questions. I guess we are kind of snooping. Wait, glass eyeball. Why do we have a glass eyeball? Where's that from? I don't remember. I'll look later. I'm gonna ask him about this.
Oh, this is a first a dish. Yeah, whose is this?
It's mine.
You gonna get Wormo to sign it?
No, I hadn't planned on it.
He'd do it if you asked. I bet he'd even do a little doodle on the inside cover.
Okay, maybe I do want that.
I assume you've read it, Dirk?
Of course, dude. First thing I did when I landed the part in the movie.
What did you think?
Loved it. I never thought about the sea so much in my whole life. It's almost like the ocean in the book. It represents something bigger, you know?
I'll be honest. I think it'd be hilarious if the big reveal was that fucking Dirk can't read. He's lying. That's his one lie. He's like, I can't read. I never read the book.
I am officially living the dream. How many people can say they're an action figure?
I'll admit it. I'm jealous.
You carry this thing around everywhere you go, Dirk.
Of course, but I'm super duper careful to keep it in mint condition.
Mint condition? I really wouldn't say.
Yeah, you know, they told me if I leave it in the box, it'll be worth way more in the future.
Yeah, do you have the whole set? Looks like there are 2 other figures in the series.
Oh no, they only gave me this one. My co-star Julie has the other 2.
Co-star Julie. Other 2. Now I know his even darker lie. He's got the other 2 and they're somewhere on this ship right now. Let's snoop through Worman's stuff. Okay, guys. No need to sparkle at me. Okay. Settings. I think I'm gonna turn these off. All of these, actually. I think I'm okay not having those.
It's Worman's typewriter.
J.D. Worman's typewriter. Gifted to the Silkworm-on-Sea Town Hall, a gesture of unity from Governor Faustus Fellow to Mayor Damien Dusk.
There's something strange about this typewriter.
Did you notice the weird mechanism on the back?
Okay. I like the prompt at the top that tells you what you can actually move. Oh, wait. So... this one has a circle. This one has 2 of them. Okay, so I'm trying to get it to match one of these, I'm guessing. The diamond on the top has to be that one. Actually, no, it can't be. Diamond on the top has to be you. Like that. I got distracted and said I would stop, and then I haven't done that, which is par for the course. So this one then has to be that? No, it has to be like that. Okay. And then this one, we need... Man, that makes so much sense too. Let's try making it with the other side though. I think this one has to be... Well, no, this one has to be like that. Yeah, and we do like I like this puzzle a lot, but I'm getting annoyed. So that doesn't even have the right piece there. If we want that to line up, we need to do... That's right. Or, sorry. That's right. Where's the T bracket? Oh, yeah, it's angled like that. Dang, okay. Never that one. Maybe that one. That's always right. Where is that T at? This puzzle's hard. Dang, okay. We're just missing the big circle one. Let's try a different configuration instead. Like that one. Which had this like this instead. Huh. And then there's that dot. Where's that dot coming from? This one always has to be aligned with this one. It always has to be that. Got it. Okay. So I'm going to take note of that. Middle is always dash and then that little symbol, which is like a circle with a slash through it. Okay. And then this, the left one we have the most flexibility on, so let's hold off on that one. Let's see. Diamond and opaque. Oh. Am I a moron? Guys, I might be a little stupid. And then oh wait. And then and that's too far. We need to go boop 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 boop. That matches that one.
That's not it.
There's 6 different things we can rotate. The solution's something to do with how they all relate to each other.
Do I have to just get one of them? Maybe, oh, it's like a lock dial. So I guess I have to get it into each of the configurations and then rotate it. Maybe that's it. So let's start with this one. Like that. God, these dials are weird.
I guess that's wrong.
The outer rings have little arrows, pointing at certain shapes on their
So, we are rotating the shapes to certain angles, and then pointing at 5 of them with the arrows.
I get that. I guess my question is, what do I do after? Maybe I should have to do all of them. So T needs to rotate 1, rotate 1. rotate 1, rotate 1, rotate 1, rotate 1, like that.
Nothing.
We're looking for a set of 5 rotated shapes. The diagram at the bottom shows the combined shape that we're trying to fit into the sequence.
Oh my god, I'm so stupid. Okay, I would have figured that out after I did the next one. But that makes sense now. I'm an idiot. That's the one that goes in the
did it.
sequence. I didn't get that. Okay.
Good job.
Now I feel dumb.
The little hatch opened.
What's this? The letter?
A love letter. Oh. A really specific letter. I like the spooky laughter. Handwritten letter. A letter in an envelope. Werman was keeping it hidden inside his typewriter. J.D. Werman, care of Christian Kale Publishing. Hillwood Boulevard, Sunlit City, 91052. Dear James, I've just finished reading your novel. Indeed, some congratulations are in order, as I've been informed it is churning a tidy profit for you. However, as a fellow writer and fellow resident of Silkworm-on-Sea, I'm sorely disappointed in your lack of integrity regarding the socio-historical foundations of your story. As it stands, your narrative is only scratching the surface of the deeper mythos surrounding the cursed helmsman, Magnus Mortuga. Oh, so I was right. That's who it's supposed to be. I know you want to go deeper, so I'm here to help. Inked on the back of this letter are coordinates detailing how, when, and where to find the Mortuga submarine, the mysterious underwater vessel in which Mortuga still resides. Good luck. Interesting. If I'm muting a lot, it's because I ate some salmon pasta and it is giving me some of the weirdest indigestion I've ever had. I've never had salmon pasta, but it's fighting. Handwritten letter.
As you are well aware, seeing as how you just fished it out of the back of my typewriter. That's right, I was watching. I don't disappear when you stop talking to me, you know.
The envelope's addressed to you, but it says, Dear James at the top of the letter.
Congratulations, you've sussed out what the J in my name stands for. If that's the height of your investigative prowess, we're all in trouble.
It's signed by someone named T.W. Ibis.
Another astute observation. You know, of all the detectives I've met, you two really are the most recent.
Grimoire, he's being mean to us.
I noticed.
He's being mean to me.
How come the keys are all messed up on your typewriter?
It's old, sometimes they fall off. I guess I don't always put them back in the right place.
And, what have you typed on that page?
I'm taking another swing at a story outline for my next book.
I can't make it out. It's some kind of weird grid.
Cross-writing. Look it up. People used to do it all the time.
What about these brass panels on the back?
This one's my father's emblem, Mayor Dusk. That's why it looks like a D. And this is the governor's emblem, Governor Fellow. So that one's an F.
Interesting. What a fancy little typewriter. I think we're done with this room. And with that, I think we're gonna stop this session because I am hungry and I want to get lunch. So yeah, we're gonna call it for now. Hope everyone had a good time. I'm really excited. I think this is getting really interesting. I'm definitely looking forward to meeting Zephyr and Symmetry now the most. I think previously I'd said I was the most interested in Seafoam, but I think Symmetry is going to be the most involved in the actual everything building up to the murder, because there's only one young woman on the boat and they keep talking about the voice of a young woman. So I think either Symmetry, or if she has a twin and my theory's right, her twin, someone related to her, is going to be very involved in that precursor to the actual murder, and I think that's when we're going to learn the most information. Zephyr I'm interested in because he's the one who has like kind of lurked around the most throughout this whole thing, in the sense that he is kind of doesn't have any alibi from anyone else beyond someone passed him in the hallway kind of thing. So he's the one I'm most interested in otherwise. So yeah, it's getting really interesting. I'm having a really good time. Expect, like I said, about 4 more streams of this unless I really start to struggle with puzzles like I did just now. But otherwise, I'll see you guys probably later tonight, and we'll pick this up and hopefully do another hour and a half. But yeah, toodles, guys.